Drake is Uncle Sam. He is a Fed, he's an op, he's a plant, and they paid an awful lot of money for you to like him. The reason why Kendrick hates Drake so much is because Drake is his gatekeeper. Drake was his introduction to the great American game. And he tells us in Buried Alive way back in 2011. Let me show you. Basically, in the song, he details a secret sit down with Drake where Drake initiates him into the industry and tells him what he's allowed to rap about and what he's allowed to talk about, and that he has to change the way that he raps. So the whole thing about Buried Alive is he has to bury his message alive because he's not allowed to rap about whatever he wants anymore. Now he's in the game. They don't let you in unless you play it the way that they want you to play it. So his entire career is the art installation. His entire career is the think piece, okay? So you have to go back and you have to listen. Squabble Up is referencing the first time that he took shots at Drake, which was back on Buried Alive, and then he got Drake to sneak diss himself on Poetic Justice. Then they made him sign an NDA. He talks about it in the BET Cypher because Drake's feelings got hurt, and he talks about it throughout all of his albums. To Pimp a Butterfly is literally about Drake. He pimped Drake. They couldn't cancel his career after they found out that he sneak dissed Drake, so they just hid it. They hid it in plain sight. They control the narrative, which is why nobody else is talking about this. It's just me and Anthony and Bernoni, who are the real fellas they severanced. That is a reference to us. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. I'm calling my shot. Who else in the industry, the radio industry, is severanced and talking about Kendrick Lamar the way that we are? When he says, my left stroke just went viral, my right put a baby in a spiral, he's talking about how he, even with his non-dominant hand, he's still kicking his ass. Because every time Kendrick took a shot at Drake after Drake figured out that he was taking shots at him, he ran and cried to the labels because he's the industry baby. He's the one they want on top. Then let's talk about Euphoria. Again, he's telling us he walked his enemy down the whole time, walked him down with a poker face, meaning this is not the first time that he has dominated Drake, that he has shown and exposed Drake for being a fraud. But did you notice how he finished that verse? He walked his enemy down with a poker face, and then what does he say? He says, I know you play sleep. He's talking to the media and everybody else who caught that he was making a reference to Poetic Justice and that he was making a reference to what happened the first time, and nobody's talking about it. Then he says, I deserve it all. I deserve all the recognition and the accolades. And he's not stopping, and he's not going to stop until he tells the whole story. FaceTime my op and then put him to sleep. He's saying Drake is a Fed, Drake is the op, Drake is the plant, he's the gatekeeper, and he pretended nice and he played nice, but he was always taking shots at him. He was always gonna take him out. It was always the plan. And then he's saying Luther because he can't sing Poetic Justice. And if you look at Luther, it's like a sibling to Poetic Justice. They are very similar. It has very similar messaging. It's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful love song to the community. Poetic Justice is a beautiful love song to the community. But he can't sing it because I'm pretty sure they made him sign an NDA. Again, go back to the BET Cypher. And then he says, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. What does that mean to you? Because I'm in radio and I know what that means to me. It means that it's pay to play, and it's been pay to play. They paid a lot of money to put Drake in front of you and to make you like Drake so that there was no other opportunity. There was never going to be anybody else who controlled the narrative. They did not want artists like Kendrick to come up and to change the narrative. And when they say it started with Control, they don't mean the verse Control. They mean it started with Control. This whole fucking thing started with them trying to control the industry, trying to control the art, because the art controls the people. That's the truth. That's the game. If you think I'm wrong, prove it. Go back, watch all of our videos, and then either add to the conversation or break it down and prove us wrong. But nobody has yet. So if you can do it, go for it.